Hey G Squad, welcome back to sort of Is It Worth It? So today's episode we got this cool thing here, and pretty much what these are is a portable power bank. For both of these, it's from the same exact brand, Anker, and the way how they design both of these are actually very powerful in terms of what you guys do get. But if I do bring it a bit closer, here is what the packaging looks like. So for this product here, it's called the Anker 373. So for this product in particular, it's called the Anker 737 power bank. That's under the Powercore series for 24,000 mAh. So that's probably a lot of power when you guys do use it, if you guys want to use it to recharge like a laptop or anything else. If you see for this one, they mentioned how it does probably guys a power of 140 watts for both the input and output. When you guys do plug in one cable at a time in terms of USB-C option, which is a lot of power if you guys want to use it to recharge like a laptop. And I actually did like a whole unboxing and update video about this one. But I want to test out this one to show you guys a side comparison between this one versus the old one, because this one's actually really powerful already. But recently they came out with this new one here. So what's really cool about this one is the fact that when you guys do use it, it does probably have a lot of power as well, but not as much as the other one. Because like I mentioned, for this one, it does probably got 140 watts. This one probably got up to 200 watts of power for the total thing. But when you guys use the output, it only probably got up to 100 watts. So if you guys want to use both of the USB-C option on here, it will split it between both of them to give you guys 100 watts max and 100 watts max for the other one as well. And for this one, it's under the Anker Prime series, if you can see. But for this product, it also has the GaN Prime technology as well to give you guys a fast charging speed at a safe speed, and also allows the product to be much smaller than your typical power bank, which is really awesome. So before I show you guys what the product looks like, let me show you guys what's included for both of them. So for this one right here, what's included, they do provide you guys the user manual to teach you guys how to use it. They do provide you guys a little bag to store the product. And they also provide you guys like the USB-C to USB-C cable that supports up to 100 watts when you guys do use it. But for this one right here, they also provide you guys the user manual to teach you guys how to use it. And they also provide you guys a bag like this to store the product inside to make it a lot easier for you guys to bring along when you guys are traveling. And for this one, also provides the cable for you guys to use to recharge the product as well. And for the cable that's included for you guys with this one, it does provide you guys the charge speed to support up to 140 watts, which is a lot more powerful than the other one that's right here, but the new one. So that way it can help you guys really fast charge your power bank to, so that way it's not wait as long, which is really awesome. So those are the things that's included for each one of them. Now let me show you the actual product. So start with the old one here first. So this one here is the 140 watts like I mentioned. So they do have the brand name on here. And right here we do have the smart display. On the side right here we do have the button for the press to change the display on here. So we have to press on it. Here's the first option. Here's the next one that show you guys a lot more specs on here. Here's more options on here for you to use. And then back to the main page. So really cool how it does show you guys how much output and input when you guys do use it, and also the battery life or the battery health on here, and also show you the temperature on the product. And it does give us the option to turn on and turn off the screen if you guys want to, or just leave it on if you guys turn it off. Top out right here, we do have the option for you to plug it in. So the top USB-C option, you can use it as input or output. But for this one and this one right here, you can only use it as output. But that's probably you guys a fast charging speed and the power delivery option when you guys use it to give you guys a fast charging speed. And when you guys do look at the product, it definitely looks like a high quality power bank that's not too big or bulky. It's definitely a lot more smaller than your typical power bank that's a lot more bulky, especially considering this is 24,000 mAh. And when you guys do feel the materials on here, it does feel like a high quality material. I believe the materials on here, it should be like a fingerprint resistant material, which is really nice. So here is what it looks like for this one. If I do show you the other one, right here is the other one. So the way how they designed it, it looks very similar to the other one, but there's a lot of difference on here. We do have the brand name here. We do have the display here. Right here on the side, we do have the button for the press to change the different option. So let's do press on it. It gives you guys a lot of different options similar to the other one. So it'll show you guys the battery percentage. It show you guys the battery health, the battery cycle, the battery temperature, and it give you guys the auto screen time off option. But for this one, allow you guys to select it from 30 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minute, or 30 minute. It also allow you guys to change the brightness level for the screen, which is really awesome. And I believe once you guys do plug it in, it show you guys how much power that's being generated when you guys use it. So we'll test out in a second. Top right here, we do have the output and input. So we do have the same stuff with a 2 USB-C option and 1 USB. But for this one, allow you guys to use both of these as input or output, which is really nice. So that way it doesn't matter which one to plug in. And like I mentioned, when you guys do plug in both of them, it does provide guys 100 watt speed split between both of them. So 100 and 100. So it does probably the maximum of 200 watts for this one. So in a way, if you guys do think about it, this one might be more powerful than the other one, but I'll test it out in a second. And when you guys do look at material for this one, it looks similar to the other one, but this one feels a little bit more high quality in terms of material. but it's also still fingerprint resistant, which is really nice. And at the bottom for this one, it does give you guys the option to do the wireless charging option to stick it onto your magnetic pad, which is really nice. I don't have it with me at the moment, so I'll actually show you guys in a different video when I do get it. Maybe in a month or so, depending on when they do ship it out, because I think they're low in stock at the moment. And when you guys do feel this one, it definitely has a little bit of weight to it, but this is not as heavy as the other one. But that's pretty much everything that's on the product. Let me put it side by side to show you the difference of both of these. So if you guys do put it side by side, you can see how much bigger the other one is. So like I mentioned, for this one, it does provide guys 24,000 mAh. But for the max power on here for single output is 140 watts, which is a lot of power for you guys to recharge like a laptop. If you guys turn on the side, here's what it actually looks like on the side. It's about the same size when you guys look at it from this side, but the material on here, you can see how it's slightly different, and the color is a little bit different as well. But when you guys do feel both of them, it's almost about the same weight, but this one feels a little bit more heavier in terms of what you guys do get. But both of them, it does have the GaN power technology to allow you guys to fast charge the device at a safe speed as well. And it does have like the Power IQ technology, and I believe like they have like the Active Shield 2.0 technology to give you guys a safe speed to charge if you guys want to leave it charging overnight. But that's pretty much everything that's on the product. One right now is a plug-in cable to show you guys how fast it does charge. So like I mentioned, for this one, it can go up to 100 watts, and this one can go up to 140. When you guys do use the product, you do want to make sure you guys have the correct wall charger to give you guys that fast speed. Otherwise, it will not charge as fast. So for this test, I want you to use this charging station that's brand new, that's also under the Anker Prime series. This one, it does have two AC options on here, and we do have the outputs in the bottom. So we do have two USB-C option and one USB. And when you guys do use one of the USB-C option, it should provide guys up to 140 watts of power when you guys use it. And what I really like about the new one here is the fact that they do have a button for the press to change the display on here. So that will show you guys the watts, the voltage, and also the watts on here as well, which is really nice. So that way you can see the power that's on here and also here at the same time for both or all three of these products. And the cable that's provided for you guys for both of these power bank, it does support up to like 140 watts when you guys do use it, which is really nice. So one right now is to get the cable to plug in to show you guys how much power it does provide when you guys do use it. So I'm plugging in here. Let's plug it into the old one first before the new one. So let's plug it in. Make sure to plug in the first one, not the second one. So once you guys plug it in, here's what the screen looks like. You can see how the number is slowly going up. So right now it's going to like 122 watts, and it also show you guys on here as well. So you can see how much power it does provide when you guys do use it. So it really does provide you guys very close to that 140 watts of power when you guys do use the cable to recharge it. Right here it's showing 123, and here it's showing 125 or 126. So there's definitely a lot of power when you guys do use it, which is really awesome. Now I'm actually unplug it and try the other one. So for this one, you guys plug it into either one of them, it doesn't matter. Once you guys plug it in, you can see how the number is slowly going up. So now it's going up, if you see. So right here it's showing 80 watts, 91 watts, 92. And this one here is showing 100 watts. So it really does go as high as 100 watts when you guys do use it. But probably will maintain around like 94 or 93, somewhere around that range. And you guys can even see on here, show you guys how much power it does provide when you guys use the input option. And obviously for this product, when you guys do use it, you do want to make sure to fully charge it first before you guys do use it, if you guys want to get the full advantage of the battery on here. But you can see for both of them, it does provide you guys a lot of power. But one right now is to plug in the cable at the same time while we're charging to show you guys how much power it does provide. So I think I'll try this one first since I already have it plugged in. So right here, I do have a MacBook Pro 16-inch, and I do have the Apple cable plugged in. Other side right here, I do have the cable, which is USB-C. So I do plug it in. Once you guys do plug it in, it just reset the power on here. But you can see how the number is slowly going up. So right now it's providing around 59 watts of power. And for the laptop, it doesn't seem like it's really charging anything at the moment. So maybe you have the protection on here for you guys to unplug the cable first in order for you to use it. Because you can see how the number is not going up at the moment. Let me try to unplug it and try again. All right, so I just replugged it. And now the number is going up. You can see how the number is slowly going up. So right now showing the input is around like 59 or 60 watts. And for the output, it's providing around 44 watts. You can see right there. So I guess when you guys are using the input and the output at the same time, it won't provide you guys as much power. But when you guys use one of them at a time or both at the output at the same time, it does provide a lot of power. So I'm actually unplug it first. And once you guys do unplug it, let's look at how much power it does provide when you guys do use it. So right now you can see how the number is slowly going up. So I'll give it a few seconds to show you guys the result on here. So right now it's maintaining around 94 and 95 watts. So it does get very close to 95 watts, you can see when you guys do use it. And like I mentioned, if you guys want to plug in two products at the same time, it will give you guys a fast speed as well. So I'm actually getting my other laptop right here, which is MacBook Air, that should provide you guys around 65 watts of max speed when you guys use it. I'm gonna use the cable that's provided. So I do plug it in. I want to plug it into right here. Once you guys do plug it in, and see how both of them are charging. And obviously when you guys are plugging two devices at the same time, it will use a lot more power. So your percentage will drain a lot faster when you guys do use it. So keep that in mind. But right now you can see how it's providing around 55 watts and 94 watts when you guys do split the power on here. So the product definitely does work to split the power on here, and it does provide a lot of power. And it shows you guys how much power is left when you guys are charging it on your laptop or when you guys are using input as well, which is really cool. So because I don't have a MacBook Pro, I can't show you guys how much power it does go up for both of them. But you see how it's maintaining around 94 watts for the MacBook Pro. And it's around like 56 watts when I do use it for MacBook Air. Like even right now, you can still see it on here. So the pod definitely does work if you guys want to split the power on here. So 100, 100. But what right now is unplug it and do the same thing for the other one to show you guys what happens. So we'll plug in the MacBook Pro first. Once you guys do plug it in, you can see how it starts charging. You can see how the number is slowly going up. So right now it's providing around 150 watts and it's maintaining around like 114 and 115 when you guys do look at the power that's on here. So it does provide a lot of power when you guys do use it, even more than what I show you guys on the other one. Because like I mentioned, it should be able to go up to 140 or very close to that, depending on the cable it do have as well. If you guys don't have the correct cable, it probably will not provide you guys that same amount of power. So just be sure, let me unplug it, and we're gonna use the 140 cable that's provided for you guys to see the difference. So we're gonna plug it here to MacBook Pro, and this side we're gonna plug it onto the power bank. So now we got plugged in. Let's see what happens. So when I do use this cable, it only goes up to like 95 watts or 94 watts. So it doesn't go too high when we use this cable. So I guess for this cable, when you guys do use it, it only supports it up to like the 140 watts for the input option, but not so much as the output. But when you guys do use like other cable, like the Apple cable, it does provide a lot of power when you guys use it, which is really nice. So just to show you guys how much power it does provide, and see how much it's going up now after I do run some stuff in the background. So it went as high as 140 watts when we do use it. So it really depends on like how much power you guys are using on your laptop. So if you guys are running a lot of stuff in the background, it'll use a lot more power. So it does go as high as 140 when you do use it, which is really nice. And when you guys do split the power on here, let's see what happens. So what I'm going to do right now is to plug the same cable onto my MacBook Air, like what we did for the other one. So we do have plugged into the power bank. This side I'm plugging into my MacBook Air. Once you guys got it plugged in, you can see the power on here, it does split, but doesn't provide you guys as much power compared to the other one in terms of 100 watts and 100 watts, you can see. So right now it's providing 70 watts for my MacBook Pro and providing you guys around like 60 to like 58 watts for the MacBook Air. So it does provide you guys a little bit less power when you guys do plug in more than one at the same time. But when you guys do plug in one at a time, you can see the power on here, it does provide a lot of power when you guys only plug in one. You can see how the number is still going up. So right now it's providing 140 watts when we do use it, only for MacBook Pro. So really cool how the product does provide a lot of power for this one. But if you guys are planning to plug in more than one device at the same time, that's probably more ideal for you guys to use this one. Since it does provide you guys 100 watts and 100 watts. So that's pretty much everything that's on the product. Now to unboxing and testing the product. Now to answer the question of whether or not it's worth it or not, and which one the better option to go for. So I've been seeing for the test, when you guys do test out both of them, it definitely works really well. Both of them, it does provide a lot of power when you guys do use it. But obviously this one, it does provide a lot more power when you guys use a single output. This one goes as high as 140, and even right now it's still going up to 140. Where for this one goes as high as 100 watts. But when you guys do use both of the output at the same time for the USB-C option, it does provide up to 100 watts, which is really awesome. And for this one, does not provide as much when we do test it out. And the thing about both of these is the fact that it does have overcharge and overvoltage protection. So for both of these products, it's actually very safe for you to use it, so you don't have to worry about it overcharging overnight or whatever. Since it does have like the active shield technology on here. So regardless of which one you do get, both of them are actually pretty worth it for what you guys do get. But if you guys want my honest opinion in terms of which one I do prefer or which one I like more, I think for me, I'll probably like this a lot more for like traveling. But when it comes to like daily uses, maybe at home, in the office, if I do use it daily for my daily stuff or I'm not traveling, then this is probably more ideal. And this is probably more worth in that situation because it does probably 140 watts like I mentioned to give you guys a fast charge speed. But when you guys are plugging more than one device at the same time, maybe a laptop, and if you guys want something a lot more portable, then this is probably the better option to go for. Since the power, when you guys do split it, it does probably a lot more compared to this one. But you guys can't really go wrong with either one of these when you guys do get it, so feel free to get either one of these. It's definitely one of the best power bank out there in the market today that provide you guys a fast charging speed, safe speed, and it's also so small and compact considering the power that's provided for you. But then obviously for those guys who don't want or don't need one or have one of these, they obviously don't buy one and save your money on something else that actually do need. So that's basically everything for this video itself. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button in the bottom. That will definitely help this video out and it'll definitely help with the algorithm as well to promote more videos for you guys so you guys can see more of the videos or similar videos as well. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.